is. Oh man, did he just, that's what I love about smallmouths when they're hitting jerk baits, is they about just jerk the rod out of your hand. When you're jerking jerk baits for smallmouth, it's different than largemouth. I'm gonna be a lot more aggressive with my action, than I would in most situations with a largemouth, even in cold water. Golly. And I'm using a floating bait that has a lot of action. The key with these fish right here is they are super aggressive by nature. So I'm really snapping the rod back and forth hard. You gotta have that erratic action. The most important thing that I can teach you today is how you actually jerk the jerkbait. This is the key to catching them or not. When I'm jerking it, I'm never pulling the bait towards the boat with my reel. I'm always doing it with the rod. So I'm gonna snap the rod and then let the rod point right back at the lure. That way I'm starting and finishing with slack in the line. And each time I just reel the reel just a little bit just to pick up that slack line. What that does is that makes that bait move much more erratically. When I start and finish with slack in the line, it's gonna have a tremendous amount of side action. And I'm jerking it hard too. You wanna really snap it and point that rod right back at the lure. That really makes that bait jump forward and then glide to the side. And that's right there is the key to catching big smallies with a jerkbait. Color is real important for smallies with jerkbaits. I mean, the clearer the water, boy, the more natural that it really needs to be. A lot of people have problems with them following their jerkbaits. When I've seen a lot of them following it, I know that my color or my action is a little bit off. I mean, that is a heck of a fish right there. What I try to do is I try to pick the color based on the conditions that I have for that given day. Like today it's cloudy, I'm fishing pretty clear water. I want something natural yet visible. This particular lake has a lot of trout in it. I'm gonna choose a rainbow trout pattern, a solid color like this. Now on bright sunny days when you get a lot of flash off the metallic baits, that's when, you know, a black and chrome or a gold bait, metallic finishes that really flash are really gonna shine. The more natural the color and the more visible it is for the conditions, the more successful you're gonna be. I want to use the right rod, reel, and line to make that happen. And like here, I'm using a spinning rod right now, but you can use a bait caster too. I use a 6.5 or a 6-foot 10-inch medium heavy action. Again, whether it's spinning or bait casting, a large capacity reel, and fluorocarbon line. Fluorocarbon is a real key because it's so low in stretch that it really helps me get the maximum action out of that bait. When I make a long cast and snap that rod, you know, and it's a stiffer rod to begin with that fluorocarbon, it really makes that bait come alive in the water and gets that erratic action. And usually I use lighter line. You know, I'm gonna use 8, 10, and 12-pound test fluorocarbon for doing this, and that really makes that bait come alive and still gives it good running depth. Go. Go. Boy, that's right there is a classic example of how important it is to have that super erratic retrieve. Don't get in a set rhythm. Don't go just twitch, twitch, pause. I try to jerk mine once and then 3 times and then twice, you know, to make it super erratic. When you take a bait like this wild shiner right here and you're snapping it with slack in the line like that, it's never going the same place twice. And that's what gets them excited, is when that bait just never goes the same place twice. The fish just going back and forth, slow and lazy, a lot of times they're just gonna follow it. If you want them to eat it, you gotta work it super erratic and fast.